Have you ever stopped to think about what a feeling actually is? Well, let's imagine your brain is the most sophisticated cocktail bar you've ever been to. It's open 24/7 and it's constantly mixing up these complex chemical drinks that create every single emotion and sensation you experience. So today, we're going behind the bar to meet the master chemists inside your head.
I mean, think about it. They're both great feelings, right?
Absolutely, but that warm, safe, connected feeling you get from a good hug, that's a completely different flavor of good than the electric, triumphant thrill of crossing a finish line. So what's going on there? Well, the secret is in the recipe. It all comes down to the specific chemicals, the neurotransmitters that your brain is serving up at that moment. These molecules are the secret ingredients behind everything we feel, from that awesome post-run high to the quiet comfort of being with someone you trust. And yeah, even that jolt of stress. So let's start with the fun stuff, shall we? We'll kick things off with the most popular items on the menu, the 4 big chemicals that are famous for creating all those feelings of happiness and well-being. Let's call it the happy hour menu. The easiest way to remember these 4 is with a simple acronym, DOSE. That's dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. Now, each one has its own unique specialty, its own kind of flavor of happiness. So let's break them down one by one. All right, first up is dopamine. You can think of this as the reward chemical. You know that little jolt of satisfaction you get when you finally check something off your to-do list, or when you learn something new? That's dopamine. It's basically your brain giving you a high five and saying, "Awesome, let's do that again." But here's the catch with dopamine, it's kind of got 2 sides to it. On one hand, it's amazing for motivation, pushing you toward your long-term goals. But its effects are really short-lived. And that's the side that can get us in trouble. That fleeting high is why a social media like feels good for a second, but it's also why we can get hooked, constantly chasing that next quick, easy hit. Next up on the menu, we've got oxytocin. This one is famously known as the love hormone, or even the hugging drug. And that's because its whole job is to create feelings of trust, connection, and real social bonding. Now, unlike dopamine's quick solo hit, oxytocin is all about a lasting sense of safety and calm. You get a boost from things like a hug, giving someone a thoughtful gift, or just sharing a meal together. It's even been shown to boost your immune system. And what's really cool is that it's a two-way street. When you give someone a hug, you both get that warm, fuzzy benefit. Okay, on to serotonin. Now, if dopamine is the I did it chemical, serotonin is more like the we did it chemical. It's all about our status and feeling of belonging within a group. It's that deep sense of pride when you're respected by your peers or when your team succeeds together. It's the confidence that comes from feeling valued. And this feeling, it's way more than just a simple ego boost. Serotonin is actually what strengthens the bonds that make a group, a team, or a society work. It's what makes us feel loyal and accountable to each other. You could almost call it the chemical glue of mutual respect. And that brings us to the final drink on the happy hour menu, endorphins. This is your brain's very own all-natural painkiller. Its main job is to literally mask physical pain so that you can push through discomfort when you need to. You've heard of a runner's high, right? Well, you've got endorphins to thank for that. But here's the best part. You don't have to run a marathon to get a dose. You know when you have one of those deep, can't-breathe belly laughs that makes your stomach hurt? That euphoric feeling you get right after? Yep, that's endorphins. The slight physical strain is just enough to get them flowing. So there you have it, the magic DOSE of happiness. Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. Sounds great, right? So, is the secret to a good life just to be chasing these good feelings all the time? Well, as you can probably guess, it's not quite that simple. To keep us alive and safe, our brain also needs to create feelings that are, well, uncomfortable. So it's time to look at the full bar menu, not just the happy hour specials. Because a truly healthy brain isn't one that's just swimming in feel-good chemicals all day long. No, a healthy brain is all about maintaining a delicate, dynamic balance. And that brings us to cortisol. Now this one gets a really bad rap as the stress chemical. But honestly, it's not the villain of our story. It's essential for our survival. Cortisol's job is to create that anxious, uncomfortable feeling to grab your attention.
It's your brain's emergency alarm system, basically screaming, hey, pay attention, there might be a threat here, so you need to do something.
So if cortisol is the alarm, what's the all-clear signal? Well, that's where GABA comes in. GABA is what's known as an inhibitory neurotransmitter, which is just a fancy way of saying its main job is to calm things down. It's the brake pedal for your entire nervous system. The gas and brake pedal analogy is actually perfect. You've got chemicals like norepinephrine that act as the gas, revving things up, creating alertness, and getting you ready to respond. And then you have GABA, the brake, slowing things down, reducing anxiety, and helping you chill out. To function properly, you need both working together in perfect harmony.
And honestly, it gets even more complex than just on and off switches. You have other chemicals, like acetylcholine, that act more like dimmer switches. They don't just turn things on or off, they fine-tune everything, dialing in specific functions like your memory, your ability to learn, and your focus.
Okay, this science is all really fascinating, but here comes the most important part of this whole explainer. You are not just a passive customer at this bar. You actually have the power to step behind the counter and start influencing the cocktails your brain is mixing. You can become your own bartender.
And here's how. Every single thought you have is a real, physical, chemical event. When you consciously choose what to focus your attention on, you are literally sending an order to your brain, telling it which neurotransmitters to release. This isn't just some feel-good idea, this is biology. So how do we actually do it? Well, it starts with things like mindfulness, which is just the practice of noticing your thoughts so you can actually choose where to direct your focus. Of course, there's exercise, a super reliable way to get a big DOSE boost. Sleep is absolutely non-negotiable. It's when your brain cleans house and rebalances. And then you have nutrition, which gives your brain the raw materials it needs. And a simple practice like gratitude, which is just a way of intentionally pointing your thoughts toward things that release those positive chemicals. And let's get really practical about nutrition for a second. Your brain literally cannot make serotonin without an ingredient called tryptophan, which you get from things like salmon and nuts. It can't make dopamine without tyrosine from foods like chicken and avocados. And get this, around 90% of your body's serotonin is actually produced in your gut. So what you eat is directly connected to how you feel. So we'll leave you with this final thought. Understanding this chemistry gives you an incredible amount of power over your own well-being. Knowing that your internal state can be influenced just by where you choose to place your attention, that's a complete game changer. So the only question left is, what cocktail are you going to mix next?